a question whispered by fate, placed gently on the trembling edge of a heart that does not know whether love is a miracle or a storm disguised as mercy. Which of these two is better? The one who holds your hand softly, or the one who holds your name as if it were a sacred flame? The one who speaks in promises, or the one who speaks in truth? The one whose eyes shine brightly, or the one whose silence shines more? This question floats above the night, a lantern made of uncertainty, a candle burning between two shadows of longing. You stand in the middle, half lost, half found, wondering which soul will become your destination. Oh heart, why do you tremble? Why do you stand at the crossroad where both paths call you, with whispers that sound like destiny? Is it a blessing to choose or a curse to decide? When both choices feel like rain falling on thirsty ground, which of these two is better? The one who says, "I will love you forever," or the one who never says it, but shows it quietly, with gestures so gentle that they tie your breath to the rhythm of their presence? Is it better to be adored loudly or loved silently? To be praised with words or worshipped with actions? Is it better to be someone's dream or someone's priority? The heart answers in fragments, in pieces of memory, in echoes of footsteps that walked away and those that stayed. Your soul whispers, "I do not want perfection. I want truth." But truth itself wears disguises. Sometimes it wears joy. Sometimes it wears sorrow. Sometimes it wears the face of the person you thought you knew. Sometimes it appears in the eyes of the one you never expected. Two names, two voices, two hearts, and your own heart, caught between them like a bird unsure. Which sky belongs to it? Maybe one is fire, the one who burns you beautifully, who makes your nights bright, but your days uncertain. Maybe the other is water, the one who cools your storms, who calms your chaos, but rarely sets your soul ablaze. Fire or water, intensity or peace, the one who breaks you gently, or the one who heals you slowly? Which of these two is better? Love has never been a straight road. It is a maze of mirrors, a garden with hidden thorns, a battlefield where hearts are both warriors and wounds. As you stand between them, the world watches silently, holding its breath, waiting for your choice, or perhaps waiting for love itself to reveal the truth that the mind cannot grasp. Which of these two is better? The one who reminds you of who you used to be, or the one who helps you become who you were meant to be? The past or the future, the memory or the possibility? This is only the beginning, the first page of a long journey, a poem of decisions, of shadows and suns, of hearts dividing and hearts discovering who they truly belong to. Which of these two is better? The one who enters your life with fireworks in their footsteps, lighting the sky of your loneliness with sudden bursts of brilliance, or the one who arrives quietly, a gentle sunrise after years of darkness, bringing warmth instead of noise? The world tells you to choose, but your heart replies softly. Both feel like pieces of a story. I have not finished reading. You stand there, holding the threads of two souls, wondering which thread will weave your destiny, which one will unravel you, and which one will wrap you in a love you can finally call home. One speaks with elegance, words polished like pearls, a voice that can turn even sorrow into poetry. The other speaks clumsily, but every imperfect word feels honest, unfiltered, carved directly from the heart. Which of these two is better? Words that impress or words that confess? Poetry or truth? Beauty or sincerity? You close your eyes and let the memories speak. One brought you laughter, laughter that filled the room, like sunlight pouring through curtains. The other brought you comfort, comfort that held you, like a warm blanket around the fractures of your soul. Laughter or healing? Joy or peace? The one who excites you, or the one who understands you? Sometimes the heart desires fire. Sometimes the heart needs calm wind. But what does your heart desire now? What does it crave in this moment, when it must choose the path it will walk for the rest of its trembling days? Which of these two is better? The one who apologizes after hurting you, promising always to change, or the one who rarely hurts you because they carry your feelings as carefully as they would carry a newborn bird? Is it better to forgive beauty or embrace reliability, to rebuild broken promises, or to trust a heart that rarely breaks them? One is a dreamer, always imagining, always floating, always believing. Love is a fairy tale, waiting to be written. The other is a realist, feet on the ground, hands steady, holding you with certainty, not fantasy. Dream or reality, hope or stability, the clouds or the earth? The more you question, the deeper you fall into the labyrinth of your own heart. Perhaps the real mystery is not choosing between two people, but choosing the version of yourself you wish to become beside them. Which of these two is better? The one who loves you with intensity, so strong it sometimes bruises, so passionate it sometimes blinds, or the one who loves you with kindness, so soft it sometimes goes unnoticed, so gentle it sometimes feels small, until you realize it has never stopped holding you. Intensity or tenderness? Flames or petals? A storm or a sanctuary? You breathe deeply, the kind of breath that carries both longing and fear. Because the truth is simple. Your heart knows the answer, but your mind keeps arguing with 1,000 what-ifs. And so the night listens. The stars lean closer, as if waiting to hear. Which name your soul will eventually whisper. This poem continues a journey of doubt, of emotion, of choosing what kind of love will shape the future. You haven't lived yet. Which of these two is better? The one who arrived first, walking into your life, when your heart was fragile, when your dreams were blurry, when you needed someone to remind you that love still blooms after rain, or the one who came later, when you were stronger, when you had tasted pain, when you had learned that not every smile means sincerity, yet still, this late arrival touched something inside you that you thought was gone forever? Who deserves the place closest to your heartbeat? The one who helped you grow, or the one who awakened you? You think of the moments both gave you. The first gave you belief. The second gave you peace. The first gave you excitement. The second gave you clarity. The first taught you how to fall in love. The second taught you how to stay in love without losing yourself. Which of these two is better? The one who built your courage, or the one who protects your softness? Love is not simple. Love is a river, with two currents running in opposite directions, one pulling you toward passion, the other pulling you toward stability. You stand in the middle, feeling both currents strengthen their grip on your soul. One sees you as a mystery and tries to solve you. The other sees you as a story and tries to understand you. One tries to win you, the other tries to keep you. Winning or keeping? Possession or partnership? The chase or the connection? Your nights grow longer as your mind replays memories, like old films flickering against the walls of your heart. You replay conversations, some filled with laughter, some filled with tears. You replay every moment that made you doubt, every moment that made you believe. The scales of emotion refuse to balance. One gave you fireworks, but fireworks fade. The other gave you a lantern, and lanterns guide you through the darkest nights. One made you feel special, with gestures that sparkled like diamonds. The other made you feel safe, with presence that guarded you like a fortress. Safety or sparkle, security or thrill? Which of these two is better? The one who searches for your flaws to tease you with affection, or the one who hides your flaws inside their hands so no one else can see them? The heart does not always know what it truly wants. It listens to echoes, to wounds, to dreams, to fears. It hears footsteps that left and footsteps that stayed. Sometimes you wonder, what if choosing one means losing the version of yourself you discovered with the other? What if both hold different parts of your heart, different layers of your soul, different chapters of the book you are still writing? Which of these two is better? The one who promises a future made of grand adventures, journeys across oceans, stories worth telling, or the one who promises a quiet morning, a gentle evening, a life built slowly but beautifully? Adventures or moments, mountains or whispers? One fits your dreams, the other fits your reality. One makes your heart race, the other makes it steady. And the truth approaches, slow, patient, walking toward you, like a shadow taking shape. Perhaps the question is not which is better, but which one feels right. Which of these two is better? The one who touches your soul with words woven from longing, or the one whose silence feels like a warm hand. Resting gently on your heart, some loves speak loudly. Echoing across your world, like thunder rolling over deserts. Some loves whisper, barely a sound, yet somehow heard more deeply than any voice you've ever known. You stand between them, your heart swinging gently, like a lantern in the wind, unsure which flame will guide you to the home you dream of. One of them paints futures for you, bright, shimmering visions of the life you could live together. The other doesn't speak of faraway tomorrows, yet in their presence, you already feel the future arriving quietly. Which of these two is better? Promise or presence? Fantasy or reality? You remember the way one made you feel seen, as if your heart were a book they had read 100 times. You remember the way the other made you feel safe, as if your heart were a fragile treasure they vowed to protect forever. Seen or safe, heart on fire, or heart at peace. Love confuses even the strongest minds. It bends your logic. It blurs your clarity. It makes you question truths you were once certain about. One sends you messages, filled with emotion, long paragraphs of longing, confessions that bloom like roses in your chest. The other sends only few words. But those few words carry weight, carry depth, carry warmth. That stays with you all day. Which of these two is better? The one who tells you they can't live without you, or the one who shows you you don't need to doubt if they will stay. One makes your heart flutter. The other makes it breathe. Fluttering or breathing, heartbeat or harmony. You think of how one gathers you into their arms with passion so powerful. It feels like a storm. A beautiful storm, yes, but storms can scatter even the strongest foundations. You think of how the other holds you gently, carefully, as if they fear breaking something precious that the world has already tried to hurt too many times. Storm or shelter? Which of these two is better? The one who loves you in ways the world can see, or the one who loves you in ways only your soul understands? One offers grand gestures, surprises, fireworks, moments that make your heart skip entire beats. The other offers consistency, presence, devotion, the kind of love that makes your heart beat steadily again. Grand or steady, lightning or sunrise. Yet here you are, caught not between two people, but between two futures, two versions of yourself, two roads leading to different skies. Perhaps one sky will give you excitement, and the other will give you peace. But which sky will give you home? And still the question lingers, soft as a prayer, resting on the edge of your uncertainty. Which of these two is better? The one who challenges you, pushing you to grow, to rise higher, to become stronger, or the one who comforts you, letting you rest, letting you breathe, letting you be soft in a world that demands hardness? Growth or rest, strength or softness, the fire that shapes you, or the calm that heals you? Your heart listens carefully to every memory, every quiet moment that brought you closer to either soul. It listens to the laughter, to the tears, to the silence between you. Silence that sometimes feels louder than spoken confessions. One of them knows how to impress you, how to create moments that sparkle in your eyes, like glitter on water. The other knows how to understand you, how to speak the hidden language your soul uses when words fall short. Which of these two is better? Impressing or understanding? A love that dazzles or a love that heals? You remember nights spent talking endlessly with one, long conversations that stretched until dawn, filled with dreams, fears, and secrets. Their words felt like stars, bright, impossible, but beautiful. Then you remember nights spent in silence with the other. Just you, just them, just the quiet, breathing in sync, as if your hearts had finally found a rhythm they could share. Stars or silence, light or peace. One of them breaks your walls down with passion, with intensity, with a love so fierce it feels like being alive for the first time. The other builds walls with you, not to keep you inside, but to protect your heart from the storms life might send. Breaking or building, intensity or devotion. Which of these two is better? The one who enters your world, like a wildfire, unpredictable, breathtaking, alive, or the one who grows slowly in you, like a flower, opening one petal at a time, wildfire or flower, explosion or bloom. As you think, your soul walks through the memories they left behind. It remembers one who left a mark, a beautiful scar on your heart, a reminder of passion. It remembers the other who left a foundation, something steady to build a life upon. Scar or foundation? And suddenly you wonder, is love supposed to hurt beautifully or heal quietly? Is it supposed to shake you or steady you? Is it supposed to change you or reveal you? Which of these two is better? The one who makes you feel like you're living a movie, dramatic, wild, unforgettable, or the one who makes you feel like you're building a home, warm, real, lasting, movie or home, scenes or memories, the heart aches with the weight of choice, because both are precious, both are meaningful, both carry pieces of who you are, who you were, who you could become. Love is not a single answer. Love is a journey of discovering where your soul feels most alive and least afraid. And in that discovery, you begin to realize you are not choosing between two people. You are choosing between two futures. The path grows clearer ahead. The truth slowly approaches, like sunrise warming, the last cold hour of night. Which of these two is better? The one who shakes your world every time they enter a room, their energy electric, their presence impossible to ignore, or the one whose quiet arrival feels like the softest sunrise, spreading warmth gently across the cold places in your heart, electricity or warmth, thunder or dawn. The heart remembers everything, every touch, every moment, every breath shared in deep silence. It remembers excitement that raced through your veins like lightning, and comfort that melted your fears like sunlight melting frost. One of them pulls you into a world of intensity, where every second feels alive, where your heart beats faster than your thoughts. The other pulls you into a world of peace, where breathing becomes easy, where your soul feels held with tenderness and ease. Intensity or ease, speed or calm, storm or stillness? Which of these two is better? The one who shows you how deeply passion can burn, or the one who shows you how deeply love can endure? You think about how one fills the room with laughter. Laughter so loud, it wakes forgotten joy inside your chest. And how the other fills the room with understanding. A soft presence that listens without judgment. A presence that feels like homecoming. Joy or understanding, loud or quiet. You walk through memories like walking through a garden of seasons. With one of them, everything was summer. Bright, bold, fiery. With the other, everything was autumn. Warm, golden, steady. Summer or autumn, flame or gold? Which of these two is better? The one who makes you feel wanted, desired, chosen. Their love a wildfire that consumes everything in its path, or the one who makes you feel protected, cherished, valued. Their love a shelter against every storm, desire or protection, fire or shelter. One of them promises the world at your feet. Mountains climbed together, oceans crossed, dreams chased, hand in hand. The other promises a world in their arms, a small world, quiet but complete, where love grows, not through adventure, but through presence. World in motion, or world in peace? You feel torn, because each one touches a different part of you. One awakens your courage, your wildness, your hunger for life. The other awakens your longing for tenderness, your desire for safety, your need for a love that won't abandon you. Which of these two is better? The one who makes you fearless, or the one who makes you soft? Both are precious. Both shape you. Both hold a mirror to a different version of the person you could become. But the world does not let you choose both. It asks for one, only one. And that weight presses heavily on your chest as you realize you are choosing not just love, but your future self. One is the path of wild emotion. The other is the path of calm devotion. And your heart stands between the two roads, listening, breathing, trembling. The answer is getting closer. Not loud, not sudden, but slow and patient. like a truth that has waited for you to be ready. Which of these two is better? The one who gives you butterflies every time they say your name, or the one who gives you peace every time they take your hand? Butterflies feel magical, a fluttering, trembling dance inside your chest. A reminder that love can thrill, that desire can wake parts of you thought had fallen asleep. Peace feels heavenly, a quiet truth, a soft whisper, a feeling that tells you, you are home now. Magic or heaven? One brings excitement, like waves crashing on the shore, unpredictable, powerful, alive. The other brings comfort, like a steady river, flowing gently, constantly, never failing you. Which of these two is better? The wave or the river? The impact or the eternity? Your thoughts drift to the moments you've lived with each one. One made your nights unforgettable, filled with stories, dreams, long conversations that stretch beyond time. The other made your mornings beautiful, filled with ease, warmth, a sense of being held, in a love that doesn't demand, but simply gives. Night or morning, dream or comfort. Sometimes love calls you loudly, sometimes it calls you softly. One of them calls you with fire in their voice, a constant reminder that passion still exists. The other calls you with gentleness, a reminder that healing can also be love. Fire or healing? Which of these two is better? The one who tells you they cannot imagine life without you, or the one who proves they will walk beside you, even on the days you cannot stand on your own? Words or actions? Confession or consistency? You think of smiles, one smile bright and playful, full of mischief, full of life. The other soft and understanding, as if they can see the hidden pain behind your laughter, playfulness or understanding. One celebrates you loudly, sharing your joy with the world. The other loves you quietly, keeping your heart safe from the noise of the world, loud love or quiet love. Which of these two is better? The one who makes you feel like you're the center of every room, or the one who makes you feel like you're the center of their universe? Even in silence, your heart walks between the two names, like a traveler walking between two worlds. One world is full of stars, bright, breathtaking, filled with possibility and adventure. The other world is full of candles, soft, warm, shining with steady devotion. Stars or candles, brightness or warmth? But the truth is becoming clearer. You begin to see that you are not choosing between two people. You are choosing between two kinds of love. One teaches you how powerful emotion can be. The other teaches you how powerful tenderness can be. One sets your soul on fire. The other keeps it safe. Which of these two is better? Only a heart ready for truth can answer that. And your heart, slowly but surely, is learning to listen to the quiet voice hidden beneath all the noise. A voice that whispers, choose the love that feels like home. Which of these two is better? The one who promises to give you the world, all its beauty, all its thrill, or the one who promises to stand with you when the world becomes heavy, when life becomes difficult, when your heart needs shelter? More than adventure, a world in your hands, or a hand in yours? One paints dreams with colors so bright they almost blind you. The other paints comfort in shades so soft they almost heal you. Dreams are comfort? You remember how one made your heart race with every glance, every touch, every moment filled with wild energy, and how the other made your heart relax, a slow, steady rhythm. That felt like the safest lullaby. Racing or relaxing, heartbeat or harmony. Which of these two is better? The one who knows how to fill your days with excitement, or the one who knows how to fill your nights with peace, excitement, or peace? Sometimes you want a love that crashes into you, like a storm, unexpected, powerful, leaving you breathless. Sometimes you want a love that embraces you, like a gentle breeze, soft, caring, quiet in all the right ways. Storm or breeze, you walk through memories of the moments when both hearts touched yours. You remember the fire? In one pair of eyes, a fire that burned bright, a fire that made you feel alive. You remember the softness? In the other pair of eyes, a softness that cradled you, a softness that made you feel understood without a single word. Fire or softness? Which of these two is better? The one who pushes you toward your highest dreams, or the one who anchors you? When you feel lost, sky or anchor, flight or foundation, one makes your life thrilling. A story worth telling. A chapter filled with sparks. The other makes your life steady. A home worth returning to. A chapter filled with warmth. Thrill or home? You think of how one chases you, loves you loudly, makes sure the world knows they desire you. The other holds you, loves you quietly, makes sure you never doubt their loyalty. Chase or constancy? Which of these two is better? The one who tries to be perfect for you, or the one who lets you be imperfect with them? Perfection or authenticity? Because sometimes a heart grows tired of masks and grand displays. Sometimes it simply wants a place to rest, a place to breathe, a place where it can be exactly what it is, flawed, fragile, yet loved. And slowly, so slowly, you begin to feel the truth rising inside you, a truth that cannot be forced, a truth that does not shout, a truth that moves quietly like a tide returning to the shore. Which of these two is better? The one who gives you passion you will never forget, or the one who gives you peace you will never lose? The question lingers, beautiful and heavy, waiting for the heart to uncover the answer, buried beneath years of longing and fear.